Hello, I am back again. Welcome to another INFJ Ramble. Um, Today's video is going to touch on a conversation that I had with someone. I shared one of my videos with them, and at the end of the video, this person asked me, how do you know if somebody is authentic? I thought that was a very interesting, I want to say, inquiry. And I don't know, I'm just going to talk off the top of my head because that's the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, for me, the best way to tell that somebody is being authentic is when they're fearless. If you think about it, inauthentic people are very afraid. They're afraid of themselves, they're afraid of life, they're afraid of everything. And so they create identities. They are highly egotistical, very selfish, very, I guess, preoccupied with self-preservation tactics in the form of defense mechanisms. And if you ask me, if somebody is operating from that space, that fear-based place, they are not being authentic. That shows me that they lack trust. They are hiding behind armor. They've closed off their heart. They probably built a lot of walls around themselves to protect themselves. And they're creating identities or hiding behind identities that the ego has created in order to survive in this world, in this reality. You know, they're hiding. Anytime you have to hide, I feel like, yeah, you're not being your authentic self. And if you think about it, and I'm not judging people, but like I've met my fair share of people who, you know, are chasing material things. I think that's another sign of inauthenticity, if I were to be completely honest. If you're like really involved in worldly things and worldly matters, and if you're, I want to say, you're seeking attention, subconsciously or consciously seeking attention or external gratification, which also feeds the ego and the false identities and the masks and the mental constructs and the belief systems. I feel like you're being inauthentic. A authentic person is fearless. Think about it. We're transparent. We're not afraid to love. Despite being hurt over and over and over again, we're not afraid to speak, you know, to communicate, you know, to connect, to, I don't know, we just show up in a very fearless way, I feel. Without the mask, without the armor. We're like completely, like, there's nothing but us. We show up, you know, as ourselves. We don't have the masks, we don't have the walls, we don't have the armor. We're not necessarily defensive, but we are, I want to say, adept at implementing boundaries. And I feel like a boundary is not a defense mechanism. It's just showing someone how you deserve to be treated, you know? Because normally somebody who is functioning from a inauthentic place, they're coming from a place of fear, they're coming from a place of hurt, they're functioning from lower vibrational frequencies, and so they're already like on defense, right? And then they show up to your doorstep like this, and then you're just like, hey, I don't have a problem, I'm not trying to fight, and I certainly won't allow you to come into my space with that type of energy, you know, whether that be in the form of I don't know, the way they're talking to you, the way they're treating you, the way they're acting, the way they're like entering your space. In fact, I probably wouldn't let people have access to me if they were functioning from that way, but I wouldn't withhold my love, my care, my kindness to some degree. You know, I definitely would have boundaries around that, you know. I don't know, I'm really transparent. It's funny because before I would play small and I wouldn't speak up and I would, like, I guess, hide behind my pee my people pleasing tendencies. But once I realized all the things that I was holding myself, that was holding me back from being myself, and I worked really hard on discarding those things, I feel like I stepped more and more into my authentic self. And in previous videos, I say when you function from a authentic place, I think authenticity is absolutely more powerful than love. You know, because you can't love and you can't feel peace and you can't feel joy and grace and compassion and have understanding if you aren't authentic. You know, you can't feel those things, and you certainly can't distribute them. My sunshine went away. What happened to my sunshine? My sunshine went away. Anyways, I don't know if you learned anything from this video, and I apologize that I cannot speak clearly. I notice I'm fumbling for words, but yeah, thank you for being here. Blessings to one and all. Amen.